afford your change.
I want to talk about this because this is going to lead into the next topic, and it does have to do with you. Y'all, look, we are both fully aware that this is a head ass fucking quote. Okay?
Hold on. If you're a college student, bro, you got every student at that college. You gotta control the environment where you can make a marketplace. All you gotta figure out is what the.
You're an entrepreneur on a college campus.
You're gonna win.
So blessed.
You can sell goddamn cookies, nigga.
Because what a lot of people don't realize is the whole point of college is to make connections like that. You are so like, bruh, go for it.
Business card,
go for it.
Wix.com,
get you a good business
product.
Card. Yeah,
like,
get
bruh.
you a business Instagram. Like, bruh, do it. This is
the
place.
You could get Hanes t-shirts, my nigga, and put patches on them. Make the rawest shirts ever.
You know what that's gonna do? When you guys all graduate,
they're gonna
hear that your brand in their ear, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I know that this bitch is gonna grind because she was grinding when we were in school," and they can help you out in the future. Sororities and all that shit. You don't need to do that. Just be you.
Go-getter, bro.
Be a go-getter.
Ayana, you thought about it. Do it. Now's the time. Whenever you are in a controlled environment, be it high school, when you were in high school, you were doing Voodoo Child.
Yeah, when I was in high school, Shop Voodoo Child was open. I was selling all types of shit. I was making money off Tumblr.
I was selling mixtapes out the trunk, $5 a piece.
When I went to college, I was doing Voodoo Child. I was doing fashion shows. Like, that is the type of environment where you really...
But you're gonna make sasacrifices.
Definitely.
My GPA suffered exponentially from all them nights staying up with 2 Dell computers burning CDs. Just to mother, bruh.
I used to burn.
God, I used to burn the shit out of them CDs.
I'm branching off of somebody's question in the chat earlier. I apologize. I don't remember who asked it, but somebody asked me, how much money do I make, and did I notice a drop in AdSense recently? Okay, I would... Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Dude, I cooked some vegan chili and... Fuck. Anyway.
2 days off.
Right. Daniel gets 2 days off from work, but...
That shit, I grind.
All I can say about how much I make is that Social Blade is wrong. Social Blade, like, all I can tell you guys is whatever you see that a YouTuber makes on Social Blade, multiply it by 2, because that's the reality. Like, but that fluctuates. But honestly, I don't look at it too much because I'm trying to tell y'all I do that thing in my head all the time of my bills subtract from the total. So since the total changes, as long as my bills are paid, I know that I am good because I have a support system. I'm not in on my own.
You got a support system.
No, I do.
It looks like I'm digging in my nose. Like,
I didn't know you were digging in your nose.
I wasn't. I was fixing my nose ring, but I'm just like, derp.
I'm digging my
I got a
nose
support
all the time.
system, and I'm a derp.
No, but I'm saying because our next topic is the entrepreneur versus 9 to 5, and we put this.
Oh, what an excellent transition!
We put this head ass.
That is how you agree to disagree.
I was trying to do it earlier, but I wanted to let you speak instead of being a dick.
I'm sorry, my baby. I love you, baby.
I love you too, dude.
Do you really love me, baby?
Yeah, I do. That's why
I love you.
Get under my skin.
I didn't try to get under your skin, baby. I love you too much.
You know, I'm just
Team
irritable,
Naja.
and
I wish I had a white Sharpie. I'd be like TEAMNADJA. Team
BICTH.
In that order.
In that order. But no, so
I deserve.
Naja is a good about more than regular jobs. Honestly, I make, like, bruh, I'm not on no Jake Paul, Logan Paul type shit. Like, honestly, the amount of money I make, like, around the same amount as somebody who makes a 9 to 5 job. Sure, they wouldn't be making minimum wage, but I can acknowledge that somebody with a 9 to 5 job could be making what I'm making. And that's why I don't like when YouTubers, Instagrammers, TikTokers, whoever downplay people who work 9 to 5s and make them seem like, you know, oh, you ain't really on one. I don't have a 9 to 5. I have a when I open my eyes to when I close my eyes. Like, shut your head ass up, bro. Like, do you not realize that there are people that do the same job you do and work a 9 to 5?
Do y'all not realize that there is one day of the year where every YouTuber that you know and look up to or care about
was working a 9 to 5, right?
No, that is a good one. We'll expound on that in a second. But there is one day every year where them niggas is shaking in they motherfucking boots and your ass is New shoes, new rims, tax season. Ow!
Yeah, we gotta pay like
we get money.
We don't get money.
They
pay
get
money.
Nah, they lose a limb every year.
Come last on now, year, dude. Now I will say, I'm not gonna say the exact amount, but last year I got fucked. Like no lube, like rammed, like.
You're gonna at least buy me a ring before
they ain't buy me no. Me out. The IRS ain't take me out for no drink. Last year I never expected for me to do that. Last year I made as much as somebody who works a 9 to 5 in a very, very, very distinguished environment.
And your taxes show.
Because I gotta be realistic because bro, I've actually worked a 9 to 5, like, and I've worked amongst people that have made more than me hourly, and I've been close to them to where I have seen their checks because they've asked me questions or blah blah blah. I've looked at their bank statements because of what I used to do when I worked a 9 to 5. So I see what they make. So I'm aware that my yearly YouTube salary is equivalent to somebody who works a 9 to 5 in certain places. So that's why I don't get why people like to knock it. And I do want to add on to one thing that I saw of people saying about Jackie Aina and Jackie Aina's husband, or fiance, excuse me, and how a lot of people were assuming that Jackie bought her own ring or Jackie gave him money to buy her ring just because he's not an influencer like her. And I just feel like it's so weird how people associate a social media job with money and affluency, and when somebody working a 9 to 5 can make way more than me. But right now, like, you get what, like, I don't know. Absolutely. I just think it's so weird how people just associate, like, oh, if they're both not influencers, then that person must be. But you know what? I'm going to be real. And I know some of y'all in the chat can agree. There have been some YouTubers out there, specifically in like 2016, 2017. I don't know what was going on with those 2 years. But there were a lot of YouTubers supporting Dusties and bringing Dusties on their channels.
Oh
yeah, like there were like, bro, I don't know what it was. It was like the year of the Sugar Mama on YouTube. That like them 2 years, because you were seeing all types of sugar mama. No, for real, like there were just so many Sugar Mamas on YouTube in 2016, 2017. There were so many random Dusties